Hi, I'm Thomas, and you're seeing a time lapse of a 3-hour acroyoga learning lab. The learning lab format is quite different from a typical class, and that's why I want to show you what it looks like. And this is like the real version, how it is authentic with warts and all. You're going to notice three things. One, students trickle in a little bit late. Two, it'll appear like chaos. Three, you'll notice people are looking quite often at their phones. And I'm going to explain you why all of these things happen. First, the trickling in of students. The teaching happens at Ripley Greer, and there is a security line downstairs that's sometimes long. People sometimes don't plan on how long it'll take them to get through security and locate the studio. It's the world's largest dance rehearsal facility, so it's a little bit of a maze. And so they come late, and so if you love me, you come on time, and if you love me a little bit more, you come a little bit early. I kind of like to connect with students before a little bit, especially if it's your first time. I can get to know you a little bit and give you a little bit of an intro before the class starts. The second part is about the chaos. If you look at the classroom, you're gonna see students whirling around all over. They're spontaneously groups that gather and form and disband. If you look at it from the classroom view, it looks like chaos. If you look at it from the view of the individual student, it's actually very orderly. If you come into the learning lab, you get your own personal curriculum. It's a list of lessons that you go through. And in order to do these lessons, you're going to be pairing up with different students. So from your perspective, you're just going through lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, and it's in sequence. However, because some people have been coming already for a few weeks, other people have only been come once, some people are new, in order to combine all the students at the right time, you're going to be pairing up with different students, and that's why the classroom kind of looks like a beehive. However, from your perspective, you're just checking off one lesson after the next. Now, the next part is you see a lot of times students are looking down at their phones, and oh horror, some people really want to stay off their phones, and I get this sentiment. You know, like we already spend too much time on our phones and all kinds of things. However, what they're doing is they're looking for what is the next group they should be teaching with. Or they might be making notes on their progress update, and then the app kind of like helps guide them to what's appropriate for them next. And I can track the progress of everyone in class through the app, and it's a really strong benefit. I've probably had 1,000 students now, and if you came to class 6 weeks ago and I had like 20 students in class that day, I can't really remember where you were at. However, because we keep track of what we learned, I can just look in the app and I can immediately see what you did last time, where you left off, and what you need to do next. It's like a way that I can, be better connected to your progress. Also, the teaching notes are in there. There are also videos, so you can review the lessons. In a normal class, you have to go up to the teacher and be like, hey, can you show me this thing again? And by having all the demonstrations in the app, you don't really have to wait your turn, or maybe feel like, you're slowing down people too much. You can just kind of get a quick look and you're gonna have like a prime view. So that's why people are looking at it. Although if you think about all the teaching notes, if you wanted to not have the app, I would have to print out all the teaching notes. I would have to carry a filing cabinet to class and then get off all this paper. And so apps can be sometimes useful, for distributing information or to just keep track of progress. You should come check it out. It's quite a fabulous format, and I'm really happy how it's possible that every student can work on what's next for them. Like usually in classes, you can only do one thing. So that leads to like some students being super bored and other students overwhelmed. And this way, every student kind of gets to work on exactly what they need, and they get as much time as they need, or they can just cruise through things as fast as they can. So join us.